The boat was built in 1966 down in Wheatley, Ontario, down in Lake Erie. It was originally commissioned by a gentleman from Newfoundland. He wanted to bring the boat on the Muskoka Lakes, run it out of Gravenhurst, which he did for a number of years before we purchased the boat in 1991. The vessel pretty well stayed on these lakes for all of those years, with the exception in 1967, the year after she arrived. Her and her sister ship were moved off the lakes and taken to Montreal for Expo 67.
The Lady was the only ship to return to Muskoka from the Expo. The ship was then involved in some major changes after its return to Muskoka.
It's gone through a number of major renovations. For example, when it was born or launched in 1966, it consisted of one deck. Shortly after that, 5 or 6 years after that, the owner added half again to the vessel on the second deck, which was about the condition we found it in 1991. We continued with that expansion program. We pretty well doubled the area of the vessel on the second deck, and we opened the third deck.
With a lot of major changes already to the vessel, it had yet to undergo its largest change.
In the spring of 2000, the fall of 1999, at that time we decided, since the vessel had to come out of the water anyway for its 5-year Coast Guard inspection, that we would take advantage of that opportunity to expand the vessel. What this means is we wanted to take it from its present 70 feet to 104 feet long. What this meant was that the vessel, once it was out of the water, we'd cut it in half. We added 20 feet to the center of the vessel, and we added 14 more feet to the stern.
The Lady Muskoka at 104 feet now holds just over 300 passengers and crew members. Its tour lasts about 2 3/4 of an hour.
A lot of our trip is the river right here, up close and personal we call it. Here are mostly full-time residents of Bracebridge. We don't really get into cottage country until we're out on Lake Muskoka. One of the main features we see as we go along the river is Santa's Village. It's a family amusement park with a Christmas theme to it. Happened to be built on the 45th parallel of latitude. I'm sure we've all heard that, halfway between the equator and the North Pole.
After venturing down the Muskoka River, the Lady travels out onto Lake Muskoka.
In just a moment, we're going down through Millionaire's Row. Millionaire's Row consists of both Canadian and American people. It sits on the island straight in front of us. That's Tondern Island. Tondern Island has a bridge from the mainland over, so they can bring their cars across.
If you'd like more information on the Lady Muskoka, you can go to www.ladymuskoka.com. At the Lady Muskoka in Bracebridge for Plugged In, I'm Sean Wright.